Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Delphine and today we are meeting for a new video in the series of updating my wardrobe, finding my style, all of these kind of things. I have made an introduction video in case you want to know more about the idea behind this whole series and everything. I will put a link to it here if you want to have a look. And there has also already been a first episode which was about color analysis, finding my color seasons, the color that suits me best, and so on. I will also link it there in case you're interested. For me, in my, let's say, thought and style evolution process, this was the first step. And now the second step has been well, my body type, right? And what is my KIBBE body type in particular, because it is a system which is widely used, and so it's a very good reference point. In several of my videos under in the comment section, sometimes some of you were trying to guess what I can be, and to be honest, I had no clue. I tried to do some online tests by myself at the time, and I don't know, I got mixed results. It was quite inconclusive, and it's really hard to do it yourself. Same than with the color analysis. I find we always have our own bias. We always have a way to look at ourselves where we distort a bit the reality. It's not so easy to have really, to take a step back and have really a neutral view on that. And that's why it was very useful to do it with professionals. So yeah, I asked the two stylists I had contacted for the color analysis, and they were in. But in this video, we will mostly focus on the session I had with Nina, because Nina has a system that it's not exactly KIBBE, but it translates to KIBBE. And so that's what we've been using. And the other stylist also has her system, but it's not really KIBBE, or it's a bit different. She's not really using these categories and so on. But at the end, what was very interesting is that in the session with her, with Misha, we also at the end, as a conclusion of what suits me and what the best for me, came to the same result, which is the most important, because, well, you can call it this, you can call it that, you don't even have to give a name. At the end, what matters is what suits me, which materials, which shapes, which all of that. And this is what, well, luckily they both agreed on. So I was very happy about that. And yeah, and so let's get into it. Then with Nina, she came very prepared. She had a PowerPoint. So before I sent her a few pictures, so she already had kind of an idea. I sent her also some of my measurements and everything. So she had a little bit of an idea. And we started with some general style ideas and guidelines and things that can be helpful also for petites, because I'm a petite. And this was very interesting. I knew a lot of these things because, well, it's not new that I'm a petite. I'm not that young, let me hide my white hairs. And so I like fashion since almost forever, so I've been trying a lot around and also learning and exploring and so on. So I had a bit of an idea of a few things that are good or not. So but it was still a very interesting conversation, and there were still a few things I learned. And I think it will be even more helpful for someone who is really new to it. You feel like, hey, fashion was maybe not my priority, but hey, I really want to get better, or I'm really lost, I really have no clue, I got so many contradicting opinions and I need a bit more guidance, then this would be extremely helpful. For me, I mostly enjoyed the conversation. And then we went into more the KIBBE body types, or like the different body types. And KIBBE uses 5 main body types. So there's dramatic, classic, gamine, natural, and romantic. These are the 5. Of course, there are subtypes, because you might not be 100% one of the types. You can be a mix of them, and so there's a lot of subtypes also. But we will not go into too much detail and theory about KIBBE body type, because that would be a whole video in itself. And here we want more to figure out what is my body type and what that meant as a conclusion. So she tried to make me guess based on these different body types that she showed me and so on, which one I'm probably. And I thought I'm maybe a classic romantic kind of girl. I don't know. And then to find out, actually, she measured, because you have to see body type is a mix of what they call yin and yang. Yin are more soft, round, curved features, and yang are more angular, structured kind of body shapes. And it's based on your facial feature, your hair, also your bone structure, your flesh structure. A lot of parameters actually taken into account. And even though you want to know which clothes fit you for your body, your face matters too. So this also matters a lot. So she had a look at all of that. We measured my head, my bust, my legs, found the ratios and all of that. And then we also had a chat, because it's also important that your personality also will have a strong influence on what you're gonna wear, right? It's not just about your body type and features, even if it's of course the main point, but it's a bit influenced with your personality. So we already knew each other because we already had a session together, but we had a little chat again, and that she can also understand more about my personality, me, and all these kind of things. And it turns out that I'm a gamin. I'm a 100% gamin. I'm a pure gamin. And it was very funny because on one hand it makes sense, and on the other hand again it's not really what I would have thought, and not necessarily the direction I'm dressing. So gamins are small, are petites. Well, I am. I cannot deny that. So they say that typically less than 5'5" or 1m65. I'm 5'2", 1m58, and this is, I mean, 5'5" is really like the maximum. Normally gamins are quite smaller than that. So yeah, that's fit. And it's a balance between the top and the bottom. So a balance between also your proportion there. And in our case, when we did the ratio, my bust is almost the exact same length as my leg. I was like, oh, okay, funny. I thought somehow that my bust was quite short and my legs were short actually. I mean, I don't know what I thought. I don't know. Sometimes I think if I would have to describe myself to a blind artist, it would look like a kind of a Picasso painting, because I'm very confused. I also, yeah, it's not, again, it was for me not so easy to accept my own body. And so yeah, it's the same. So it's nice. In a perfect world, I would have liked to have very long legs or something like that, but I don't. I have same ratio of legs and bust, which is also then good for petites. My head is neither particularly small nor particularly big. So, I mean, it's not so easy because my hairs are a bit longer and everything, and with the stripe maybe it's harder to see, but my head is, for my body, just average. Not very average actually, right? Average bust, average legs, nothing really standing out. And that's a kind of a specificity of the gamins. You're neither a lot of something or a lot of something else. You're kind of a bit of a little mix of everything, while being petite. So yeah, it's a balance of the curved soft features and angular structural features. And then after that, we also, because that's something I was really specifically curious about, we tested some necklines, because I was so lost sometimes with the necklines. So she had a lot of pieces of fabrics which were very useful to put on top. So I had already a top under, like a round neck top, which was probably not that bad, because then we could really see the difference of the different patterns, like let's say shapes on me. And I don't know what you think suits me best or worse out of them. What are your thoughts? I will keep the video. You can write it in the comment section. I will keep going, and I will tell you in a few minutes, and you can think a bit about it, and you can write it down in the comment section below what you think is the shape that suits me the best. Let's see if you find out, because I was still confused while looking. It was still so helpful to have an outside eye. Then so as I said, before the consultation, I sent her some picture, and she also had a look at some of my video, at some of my hauls, and she then gave me some feedback based on what we just found out, my gamin type and the necklines and so on. She gave me some feedbacks on some of my looks and so on, which one were great for me, which one I could improve, which things I should maybe avoid a bit in the future, maybe not the best. And she also gave me some inspiration, some ideas for different kind of occasions, like casual, work, going out, also based on the outfits I had sent her. Like she saw, okay, I like these kind of things, then maybe you could make it like that. I cannot show you here pictures of that because it is her property. I mean, it's her work, and I cannot share it with you like that because it's not, I did not do this work. But so if you're interested in booking a session with a stylist, then you could ask for that also, and I'm sure they will gladly do it. Then she also told me a bit more about which materials are the best for me. So for example, in my case, I should go more for light materials, soft, fluid things, you know, like or like silk, like wool, soft cotton, these kind of materials, right? Like fluidity. And then I should avoid more stiff materials like how do they call velvet. I should avoid velvet. I should avoid linen, which is very funny because I know linen is a very popular fabric, especially in summer, and God knows I've been trying it in the past and I have none in my wardrobe, for the very simple reason that I have noticed that it does not work for me. Very often it's seldom that it works for me. It could work when it's sometimes mixed with something else or when it's a specific thing, but like these thick 100% linen things, they don't suit me. And funnily, I had always found out, I mean, if you follow my channel, you have probably noticed and you've heard me say it, I think. Like shirts, I only wear silk shirts anymore. I used to have some cotton shirts. I got rid of them already years ago, I think except for one maybe, because I found out by myself that, well, these ones are what suit me better. So this was very nice because it confirmed also my intuition and made me feel, okay, I'm not that bad. My intuition was not that far. So I was quite happy about it. And in terms of patterns, I should rather look for smaller patterns and more irregular patterns. I mean, stripes are still a good one, actually, for me. So, yay, again, I'm happy about that. Polka dots are actually apparently not the best, but they're still okay. And I really like polka dots. So I got the green light for them. Although they're not necessarily the best because often polka dots are quite regular and, well, they can be small, actually. So this will be fine. But I should avoid very big, geometric, repetitive kind of patterns. This is not the best for me. And best are anything that could, from the pattern, like elongate the silhouette is also good for me, obviously, as a petite. Then, what did she say? Yeah, then let's come back for the neck. Let me tell you the answer. So in terms of necks, the good thing is, actually, as a gamine, I can wear almost everything because I have a good balance. What will suit me best is still like little open neck, little v-necks. This I also like to have a bit of a feminine touch for my personality, and that's also why it will suit me a bit better from a personality point of view. But in the inspiration, in the example she showed me, there were also round necks and so on. It's not a problem. It's also fine. I should avoid asymmetric effects, and I should. I mean, turtlenecks are not the best. Higher coming necks are not the best option on me, but they can still work because yeah, my head is average and my neck is average. So actually, yeah, it does not create any particular problem. It works, but it's not the best for me. Then in terms of pants, I should look more for fluid pants, tapered, straight kind of fits, not particularly slim. Oversized is not for me, but this I also kind of, as a petite, could find out already. I tried sometimes oversizing, and if you've seen my hauls, again, you know, like when I see the big sleeves or big things like that, it's not the best for me. I know it, and often in the comment section under these hauls, you also tell me, well, yeah, this is not the best for you. And again, what's best is also a bit fluid materials. They should not be too long. High waist is the best, but this is, I think, for a lot of petites at least, a very nice trick. And then one last trick she gave me, which was also very interesting, and it's kind of like the green light for me. So you see me a bit, you don't see everything, of course, because I'm just sitting here, just talking. I try to show a bit more. I have now an Instagram account. I try to show maybe a bit more behind the scenes and so on. But I have kind of a bubbly personality, you know. I'm always like running around. I'm always into have some fun. I'm a very smiling person. Yeah. And so she said something that's pretty cool is also to add a touch of fun in my outfits, which I'm definitely in for. If you've seen the last bag I bought, the Dolce & Gabbana, the Sicily bag, she said, yeah, this is exactly the kind of things I need. I can also have fun with some prints, with some bold colors. I can like insert some fun elements, some joy, some little things like that in my outfits. This will very well match my personality, and as a gamine, I can also do that. It won't be a problem if I have a bit fun prints or fun accessories. It matches. It works with my body type and my overall style. And I think that's kind of it. I mean, there was a lot of detail in a lot of things. We went into a lot of smaller details. We had a long conversation. It was really a lovely session. She really took the time to listen to me, to answer all my questions, my doubts and everything. And it was really, really great. I can only recommend if you have the time. I will put the contact of Nina in the description below, and also the ones of Misha. I will have also another video about the session we did with Misha, because you will see it was a bit of a different approach. And yeah, so I think that's about it for this video, guys. If you have any question, anything you would like to know, don't hesitate. You can ask in the comment section below. Don't hesitate also to tell me your body types, like because I'm so surprised. I mean, I never thought I would be that. I really thought I had a bit more of the romantic aspect inside of me, like this feminine, a bit curve. I like lace. I like a bit, I don't know, like romantic kind of details. So I was very surprised. Yeah, but so don't hesitate to tell me what your types or what you think your types is. And yeah, and I will leave you with another video here in case you have not seen it yet. And if you've enjoyed this one and you would like to subscribe to my channel, you can of course gladly do it by clicking there. Bye guys.